Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Wow, I can't believe it's been a week already since we did the swap over from Ivan to the new van, and yeah, it's peeing down with rain, but we're not going to let that stop us. We're gonna go to the shops. We're gonna get some food for the evening. We're gonna go and top up with some fuel. Let's head off and do a historic camp at an historic venue, and yeah, come along. Let's go and take this the van for a test drive. I will be showing you around a little bit. As I say, I've only had the van for a week, so I don't really know the ins and outs of it. So probably not going to be an in-depth tour of the van, but definitely I'll give you guys a wander around, and you'll see what it's got. And some extra water. The thing about camping, you can never have enough water, and we're not going to fill up the van on the external tanks just as yet. We're just going to use the sort of bought water for now, because where we're going doesn't have a water top-up facility. It's a bit in the wild, so more of a wild camp. So yeah, let's a few groceries got. I'll show you what I've got in a bit, and yeah, let's hit the road. We cannot go camping without Rasmus, so Rasmus has got his pride of place right in the front seat, and yeah, he's staring back for a change rather than sitting on the back seat. One thing that's going to take some time to get used to is the handbrakes on the wrong side of the chair. Yeah, handbrakes on the right hand side nearest the door, so it's going to take some time to get used to that. I think everything's new in this van. I mean, well, new to me in that case. Yeah, the size of it is it feels like honestly, it feels like driving a bus, a big bus, rather than a mini bus like Ivan. There we go, we are full up to the top. You're never going to see it on the camera, but I can see Stonehenge from where I am at the moment. It's about there on the camera. We just next to where those trees are. You can probably see some of the crowds. Don't think the camera's going to pick it up from this distance. But yeah, we are. It says 4 minutes and 10 seconds away, but it's not taking the traffic into account. So. Probably another 20 minutes or so, and yeah, we're going to come back on ourselves and then turn left into this little roadway, or if there's less traffic coming the other way, we can just go straight in. Let's hope there's not too much traffic coming the other way. Well, we might have a small problem. It looks like they've closed the gate and the entrance to that little distributor road in between. So we may need to go and find a campsite or somewhere safe to park up. So we'll look and park for night and see what we can find. But it looks like that little road in between is unfortunately closed, so we won't be able to get that close to the stones themselves. But yeah, not all is lost. Let's continue the adventure. That's what it's about, I guess. There's another large, very long wheelbase Iveco sort of parked away. So as a National Trust member, you get to stay. You can get to park here up until about 5 o'clock. They don't allow overnight parking in the car park, but there's a few campsites close by. So let's go and take a wander and see if we can find some of those campsites. Get ourselves booked in. See if they've got space. If not, it's going to be a wild camp. The first camp. The distributor road in between where we parked the last time is closed for resurfacing. The council decided to resurface it, but they didn't reopen the road after the winter solstice, so they've literally locked up the road, so sadly we can't park there. Right, let's pop the heating on. It's the van's got a Truma system, Truma sort of heating and hot water. You just press the button, dial the temperature you want, make sure the gas is turned on. We'll go with 20 for now. Press go. You can see the little gas flame in the top left corner should start flashing any second now. There we go. A few clicks and it's turned on. Ah, so what did the hall at Waitrose get? We've got some milk. We've got some sour cream and chives, spicy Pringles, and we've got some chicken thighs for later. Then we'll go with a bit of a salad. It's not a chicken salad, but the dish will be chicken salad. We've just got some tomato soups for keeping in the cupboard, because it's always handy just to have a few soups. There's a couple more. And what else we got? We've got some eggs. We're going to do a avocado. You'll know who I'm talking about. An avocado and an egg toasty, if you like. So we're going to do a toast in the Ridge Monkey. And a very squashed lemon slice now, which I'll have to put those in the fridge. Salad dressing and just some headache tablets to keep in the drawer, which is always handy. And a second avocado. Right, just to change your plans, we're gonna find a campsite rather than try and wild camp tonight. So we're going to find one which is actually called the Stonehenge campsite, which is probably about 5-6 minutes drive from where we are. So let's go get booked in. Let's get probably on electric hookup. We may as well for the night, and let's go and have a look around the site. Well, there we go. We got campsite booked in. Probably going to be easier to do the first camp on an actual site. So I'm parked up at the moment, but definitely a bit of a wander around the site. It's a lovely site. It's just literally 2 minutes down the road from Stonehenge. Yeah, very well kept, and we're going to plug in electric hookup and chill out for the night. Oh, well, multi-award-winning site. It does look great. It's got a couple of camping pods and whatnot, but we'll do a full walk around in a bit. Let's get set up. Let's get the electrics in, and let's get that bloody sandwich. now that we've plugged into the electric hookup, let's change the settings a little bit. We don't want to be on the gas. We want to be on a electric one, which is effectively 1 kilowatt of power or 2 kilowatts of power. So let's just use 1 kilowatt of power, and then we go back to the temperature. We say we would like to be at, let's make it 18 degrees. Hit go. You'll see that we actually are plugged into the electric hookup over here, and that should kickstart the trimmer. One of the great things about staying on a campsite is that you can have a couple of beers. So yeah, this is the Vacation Brewery Life and Death Classic IPA. So this is going to go down fairly quickly. Cheers. Right, so what's the sandwich going to be? So we're going to attempt to do an avocado and a poached egg in the van for the first time. So we'll try and toast some of the toast, some of the bread. Got some Tabasco sauce, salt and pepper. We've got an avocado, won't have both obviously, and a couple of eggs. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the Rich Monkey to try and toast the bread, because I don't have a toaster in the van. And we've got a 3-hob cooker, so let's be creative. Let's see what we can come up with. So yeah, let's give it a try. Right, so let's pop the first one in. Just a slice of bread in the Rich Monkey, and yeah, close it all up. It shouldn't take too long. Got a bit of butter on the toast. Now guys, which ways do you cut your avocado? Do you cut it along the long edge, or do you cut it around the short edge? I'm not sure why people would ever cut it around the short edge, but I've always been taught to cut it around the long edge, so here we go, Mr. Avocado. That way you get that shape avocado rather than sort of cut around the middle. Who does that? I've seen it once or twice on YouTube where people are cutting their avocados down the middle. But every picture I've seen, that's the shape of an avocado. So yeah, that's got to be the way you cut it. Let's put all the avocado out as best you can. Let's get a fork. Salt. Loads of pepper. Pepper's great, and even a little bit of Tabasco sauce. And go in there. And let's give that a good old mash. Can't be shy on the pepper and the Tabasco sauce, but that makes the sandwich. I've definitely overcooked the eggs on this occasion. Well, there you go. We have avocado toast and poached eggs as the first meal in the van. Definitely overcooked the eggs. Lesson in that. So yeah, maybe I just need to be a little bit quicker or just less time on the eggs. We should be good to go. But let's get this down and tidied up, and then we'll do a quick walk around the van just to show you what's what. Let's dig in. Decent campsites as you've got washing up facilities, so either you can use them in the van, which I'm not carrying any water in the main tanks in the van, so I can't really use the hot water of the van. But yeah, got a sink and running hot water, got some fairy liquid. Let's get the dishes done, let's get them out of the way, and tidy up the rest of the van. Alright guys, as promised, yeah, let's go and take a look around the van. So yeah, it's slightly different, slightly bigger than the last VW that we had. So yeah, I mean, let's have a look at the front cab first. So what do we got? You know, it's based on a Peugeot Boxer. It is a panel van. I should have got the keys. Let's just start the ignition for you. So if I just turn the ignition on and the fan off so you can hear me. Yeah, it's a Peugeot Boxer. Rear doors are open. I don't know why the rear door's open. It's the sliding door. Peugeot Boxer, standard configuration. It's a 2.2 litre diesel engine. It's got the TomTom sat-nav built onto it, and pretty standard in terms of the way his vehicles go. You know, there's nothing on here that's super fancy. We've got the USBs and the 12 volt clips here, which this is the USB 3s, which works nicely once the engine is on. Yeah, it tells you how much is available to draw, and then a few coins for parking. And on the steering wheel we've got yeah, your standard adjustments for volume and making phone calls, etc. So pretty standard stuff. You know, it's just a lot further away, from the ground. So you know, what I do like about this is the mirrors are super sizey. The downside of it, the mirrors sticking out as far as they do, is obviously that increases the width of the vehicle. So if you're going down a narrow lane, it makes it a little bit more tricky. So you're a little bit more careful than before with the smaller mirrors. The main mirror, sort of rear view mirror, doesn't have one as yet. I'll probably put something as an electronic one that connects to the camera at the back. It does have a reversing camera, but yeah, I'm not used to driving without a rear view mirror, so it is a little bit different. Yeah, and it's your typical 6-speed gearbox. Yeah. The front comes with let's just turn that around. Front comes with two captain's chairs, so you can put the armrests out. Pretty handy when you're driving sort of longer distance. It's a lot more comfortable. The other car had a sort of these armrests on both sides of the seat, but this particular one only comes with the one. But the armrest on the other side is pretty decent anyway. So yeah, it's comfortable. It's not an uncomfortable drive. It's very comfortable. You can definitely feel the weight difference between this and the Transporter. This is I think a 3-ton or 3.5-ton vehicle. So we probably need to keep an eye on the road signs now. So there's certain places where we won't be able to go with this car, this van, where we could have done it easily with the other one. So yeah, that's the front. Let's go and have a quick look around the back. Right, so directly behind the driver's seats, you've got the, let's call it lounge area if you must, where you've got a 2-seater seat belted couch where you can sit 2 people I wouldn't say two big people, but two sort of average sized people comfortably. It is a little bit of a snug, so it's probably best you know each other a bit better. Then you've got the table. I've just got a bit of camera gear. I had the drone up earlier, so yeah, I need to pack that away. But yeah, you've got a table area where you could actually turn around the main driver's seat as well. And as in fact, both the passenger and the driver's seat swivel round, so you can turn this into just a four-seater sort of mini living room, if you like. And we've got, each window is covered with sort of full curtains. We've also got these pull-up blinds for in the evenings, where you can completely block out the windows. And yeah, some cupboards at the top, some ambient lighting at the top of the cupboards, which is pretty nice. They've done a really good job with this. And then on the top here, you've got some additional cushions. So this couch slash bed turns into a small bed. It's not a full-size bed. It's more for a young person. So we've got 3 grandchildren between us, and absolutely perfect if the grandchildren can sleep there with that driver's seat turned around. Get rid of the table, and then this bottom part just flips over and becomes part of the bed. Other side we've got the sink and the cooker. So the sink is full of cloths and soaps and fairy liquid, but normally that wouldn't necessarily be in there. So you would have a sink that's got running hot and cold water. The hot and cold water works off the Truma boiler, which we'll go into a little bit more detail down the line. So that's your sink. It goes into an underslung, I think it's 90 litre underslung waste tank. So we've got 90 litres on both sides, 90 litres of fresh water and 90 litres of waste. Let's move the trays out the way. Our little plant. And next to the sink we've got a 3-hob gas burner, where you just literally turn it on, and as you saw earlier with cooking the eggs, it was fairly straightforward. It's your normal typical oven. Then you've got a grill and oven underneath that, also linked into the gas. It's the Thetford system, which is yeah, I think most camper vans and caravans and whatnot have that in there now, which is yeah, it works. It does what it's supposed to do. Darted around the van, we've obviously got this is the main fridge isolator, so we'll get to the fridge in a second. And then you've got USB 12 volt, and because we're on electric hookup today, we can actually plug normal plug socket stuff in there, whether it be fans, toasters, whatever we need directly in there, if we had a toaster, that was. Alright, so next to that, it's just we've got a fridge. So inside here we've got the fridge, and insight into my life, we've got beer, cider, we've got some Coke down the bottom and more beer. So a few things in the fridge, which is great to have. It runs on 12 volt only, so it doesn't run off the gas system itself. And the other opposite the fridge and the cooker, you've got another door here, which has got a motion detector light inside it, which is your full wet room. So yeah, you've got the shower, you've got the loo. Also, again, it's using the Thetford kit, which seems to be pretty standard in these vans. And next to that you've got a pull down sink with running hot and cold water as well. You notice that the sink doesn't have a plug hole, so the water goes into it, do your tidy up your face wash, brush teeth, etc., and then you lift the sink up slowly, and then that fills, effectively goes down the back of the sink into the waste tank. And then you've got a mirror on the side. Those of you that need to do your makeup. I'll try and stay away from makeup and mirrors if I can. And this closes, and then you've got a little bit of a latch that sort of lock it on. When you're driving, you can just clip that onto there, and it doesn't move, it doesn't go anywhere. But the light will go off in there in a minute. And then last, you've got the bed, which is a double bed. You've got sort of tons of storage underneath the bed. It is a fixed bed. It's a rear bed configuration as per the Webb's configurations. They've got three. They've got the rear bed, the rear lounge, and the side bench version of these vans. And this is just the RB version, which is the rear bed. So we've got the rear bed, tons of storage, tons and tons of storage above the bed. You've got some lights here which turn on. Just press the button, and you've got some reading lights when you're reading in the evenings. What's nice about these is they're also USB enabled, so you can just plug your iPad or phone into the light socket itself, which will allow you to charge up. And we've got a skylight, and to make sure that all the privacy is kept, you can pull the skylight down and effectively use a blackout blind. In the summer, if you want to keep the skylight open, you've got a mosquito net on the other side which pulls across. And then more storage on the other side. Yeah, fairly straightforward. We've also got a wardrobe. Inside the wardrobe is just some clothes, as you would expect, and then we've got the TV aerial, which effectively is installed on top of the vehicle. We don't have a TV in here just yet, but we've got the antenna system here. We'll probably upgrade that to be full-blown Wi-Fi, so the van will have its own Wi-Fi in it for permanent Wi-Fi, and then that'll help with the cameras and security system as well. So there's a very quick sort of whistle-stop tour of the van as it stands. I forgot to mention this. This is I don't know if it's called a maxi fan or just a extractor fan, which let's move the GoPro stuff out the way. This fan has sort of two settings. You can sort of drag air out of the van, utilize it as an extractor fan, or in the summer when it gets a bit warm, I believe you can just flick the switch, and that puts the fan into reverse and then pulls air into the van. So if you want to get some fresh air coming into the van from outside, then you're good to go from there. So yeah, there's the van. I'm going to sit down and chill. I'm going to enjoy this beer. So we've got beer on the go, which is this Vocation. It's not the first one, I'll have to admit. And yeah, we'll get the iPad out, start chilling out, and start relaxing and enjoying the campsite. We'll obviously do a much more in-depth van tour once I get to know it. There's a lot of little things I don't know, where to turn things on, where to turn things off, things move around, how to secure them. So I think as time goes along, we'll definitely learn this, and we'll do a proper full tour. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. Another advantage of having a 3 gas cooker is just boil the kettle nice and quickly. So it's quite chilly tonight, so I'm not going to leave the heating on all night. I'm going to go old school and just get a hot water bottle going. So yeah, pop some water in the kettle. It's doing its thing now. And yeah, we'll pop the heating off and before we go jump into bed. Well, good morning. That was such a peaceful sleep. It was quiet. It's now 9 o'clock. Goodness. It's amazing how well you sleep when you're... Honestly, it's really dark.
really warm. Didn't really have the heating on much, but didn't need it last night. So yeah, it was really good sleep. I think this morning we'll just make a quick breakfast and do a walk around the campsite, see what's here, and yeah, just show you guys what's here and what it's got, and yeah, that'll be the Stonehenge campsite. And then we start packing up, tidying up, and heading back home.
Well, there we go. The bed is made, and ready for when you need to jump into the bed again and have a sleep. One thing that people say about making the bed, you know, if there's one thing that you're going to achieve within a day, make your bed. Because if you don't achieve anything else, at least you've achieved that. The benefit is that when you come back to it, you've got a made bed. Right, it's time for a coffee. Kettle's on. Get some coffee into obviously a special mug. And yeah, let's wake up for the day. Another thing that has become quite handy to have in the van is a subscriber sent me one of these coffees, sort of barista style sort of pump that you would normally go through within the shops. This one's English toffee, and yeah, it's a sugar-free alternative. We just pop a squirt into your coffee, and yeah, it adds a bit of flavour and a bit of punch to it. So thank you very much, subscriber 34. Yeah, we'll give this a go in the van. Cheers, everybody. Good morning. Bacon sandwich is not a bacon sandwich without some brown sauce on it, so yeah, let's get some of that on. Cheers, everyone. Let's go for the wonder. So where I'm parked is literally on one of these hard pitch, hard standing. So I've plugged into electrics, which is all good. The van had the heating on for a bit last night, not all night. It got a bit warm, so turned it off and stayed with the hot water bottle. Well, next to me is another electrical point. This is where I'm plugged into, and you've got some electric vehicle charging as well, which they have fancy cars. Yeah, let's take a wander from the gate, shall we? A couple of people staying overnight in tents and in caravans. Yeah, it's very peaceful. It's much like the Poston Hill, where you wake up and it's just the bird song that you can hear. Up a bit of a hill. Another camper on its way, going out. Up the gates. Just opened up the gates for the guy. Right, so driving into the gate, you get to the bit of a fork in the road. One to the right, I think this is more for onto this field over here, where there's going to be plenty of space for tenting. Sort of pitch your tent. There's another tent area here. Lovely big fields. Well, I say tent area, there's electric hookup points as well, so just darted around the side of the fence. Looks like a big rugby pitch actually. We won't talk about the rugby. There you have campsite. Welcome to the Stonehenge campsite. So if you want to book, there's the telephone number. This gate is normally kept closed. I've just opened it up now for that camper that's coming out. And directly behind it, you've got the reception area where everybody sort of comes through and books in. It's closed at the moment. It's all locked up, but this is where you can go and get your fire logs and ice creams and whatever it is that you've forgotten at home to bring with. And it's normally the case. There's always going to be something that you've forgotten. Yeah, it's I can understand why it's a multi-award winning, lovely site. During the summer and winter solstice, this place gets absolutely rammed. You know, they'd have VW meets as well, where if you have a VW, like we did obviously at one point before last week, yeah, you could have a meet up here. And you got the Solstice Festival. More electric hookups, and then some more private property, obviously with the main houses on the site. Yeah, let's go take a walk down. Let's go take a walk down to the main facilities and see what we find there. It's not a little hut or house. And to the right, we've got some of the facilities. You've got a couple of bins at the top here, which is general waste. I didn't see any recycling from a glass point of view, but yeah, the general waste went into there. You've got the camper's kitchen. Camper's kitchen, popped the dishes in yesterday. Let's go and see what's in there. So obviously if you need to fill up with some drinking water, we've got some water already on board, so we're all good. And fridge, freezer. Fridge, freezer, and then you've got a washing machine and tumble dryer, which are on these meters. Just pop your coin in and you can do the washing. A microwave for those who need to warm up something in the microwave, and then your sink and pot wash area, which is nice and tidy. And then if you are camping in a tent and need to boil some hot water, there's a complimentary kettle you can use, and then a bin. So yeah, no, very good. Obviously the usual safety measures that go along with it. Fire blanket and fire extinguishers are at the ready if need be, so hopefully they never need to be used, but they're there in case they do need to. Your chemical waste section, which I'm not going to go into there right now, but yeah, having this van is a bit of a game changer. You know, an old man needs to get up in the middle of the night and go to the loo, so in this van it's a bit easier because it's got a loo on board, but it does need emptying, so that's where you're going to do that. And yeah, nobody's in here at the minute, so you've got the gentleman's facilities where you've got a loo, got a heater inside here for winter. It is warm in here, I don't know why the light's flashing. Just a power shower, as you would do normally have, and a sink. Yeah, so just basic facilities for washing up and washing your body. And that's on a locking mechanism during some parts of the day, I guess. And then we've got ladies' shower block equivalent. And then another one for the storage at the back of that. I had to put the beanie on because it was a bit chilly. But yeah, there's a few more pods that you can get. You can either book a pod or bring your caravan. This one here is called Eden Pod. Let's just turn that around. It's called Eden Pod. And there's a nice water trough next to it. And a few more pods further up. And that's it. That's a quick sort of wander around the site. It's neat and tidy. It's £20 for the night, to be honest, so not very expensive at all. Again, that's this time of year, so it's going to be a bit more pricey during the summer seasons. £5 for the electric hookup, which is pretty standard these days. And there you go, Stonehenge campsite, guys. And that's the end of the tour. Well, that's it for another video, guys. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, just give me a thumbs up in the section below, and yeah, help us choose a name for the van. You know, I think we've got a couple that we've been suggested by friends and family already. Yeah, just pop me a note in the comments. It'll be great to hear from you. Say hi, and we'll catch you on the next one.